Every realtor has tried Zillow or Realtor.com and absolutely loved it, is what I wish I could say. These companies make their money off selling solo agents and small teams, hopes and dreams that they'll send you some leads, you'll close them, and ultimately scale your real estate business. In this video, I'm gonna take a deeper dive with you into Zillow, Realtor.com, and these scammy marketing agencies' back-end systems so we can actually figure out what you need to do to win in 2026 as a real estate agent. All right, so number one, let's actually peel back what you're told and what actually happens. So let's take Zillow, for example. They're gonna tell you that you're gonna get leads, let's say X amount of leads on a monthly basis, you're gonna pay them a retainer, or you're gonna be on their free plan, whatever it may be. What they don't tell you, and it's pretty common sense if you've ever been on the Zillow platform, but what they don't tell you is what's gonna happen. Go fill out the form on Facebook that says contact agent or schedule a showing or whatnot on Zillow's website. All that's gonna happen is basically they're gonna say, okay, a rep will be with you shortly. You're gonna get a call from a rep shortly, or a text or an email. Once you get that phone call, the person that opted in to speak to an agent is gonna pick up and be like, hey, yeah, I wanna talk about this property, or I wanna see this property, or I wanna sell my property, whatever it is. And then they're like, great, let me connect you with the right agent for you, and they just transfer over. They actually don't qualify on anything: credit score, budget, pre-approval, like are they even in your market? Are they working with another agent? They actually don't qualify on any of this stuff. And so on the front end, it sounds so good because we're gonna get leads from Zillow. Oh my gosh, whenever people are buy or sell, they're gonna go to Zillow. So these are gonna be high quality leads because they're coming off of Zillow. But what a lot of agents don't know is these big tech companies share data with each other. You can get these exact same leads by running Google, YouTube, or Facebook ads and just put as an interest in your ad targeting Zillow, Realtor.com, Trulia, Redfin. You can put this stuff in your interest targeting when you do your own ads. But they don't explain the process in which you actually get these people, okay? So if you want to hop on a call with me or someone from my team, there'll be a link down in the description to do so. What we do is we basically help you build out your own systems to start generating your own opportunities so that you're not reliant on these bigger companies. We found the issue in the marketplace is agents are too dependent on these bigger companies, and we want to help you guys implement your own systems. That's what we're passionate about, is helping agents take control of their businesses and get the exact same type of people, but with your process on the front end instead of Zillow's process on the front end. So what we basically highly recommend is, instead of going with Zillow, set up your own funnel on social media where people go in and then they actually have to answer an array of questions or talk to a virtual assistant of yours over the phone before they actually ever get passed through to you, okay? So that's number one. Basically the front end process on Zillow is they are not collecting any actual real data, just contact info. Do you want to speak to someone? Boom. And they're trying to charge you 10, 20, 30% of your referral fee, thousands of dollars a month for this, when you could just set it up yourself and have full total control of everyone that actually comes through your funnel, and making sure that as the owner of the business, you're constantly working on the highest leverage activity, which is helping people that want to be helped and want to buy and sell real estate. Alrighty, now the data sharing. I don't even want to spend too much time on this because it's very simple. Zillow gets a lead. They are going to try to give that lead to as many agents as possible because that's how they get a commission check, okay? So what Zillow does is they'll charge a lot of their clients on the back end, on the closing or escrow when the deal actually closes. And so when they get a deal in the door, other than their paid clients, they give more exclusive leads to. That is true, but it's still not worth it. But on their free plans, what they're going to do is they're actually going to get a lead in the door, and then they're going to send that to 5 to 10 different agents, because they don't care if Nancy, John, Michael, Randy closes that deal, whoever it may be. They just care that the deal gets closed and they get paid. They do not have your actual interests specifically in mind, just who can close this deal. We don't care who. One of you 1.5 million real estate agents out there, close this deal so we can get paid. That's number one. Shared leads. You're never going to have exclusive leads with these big companies. That's why, again, it's important. The common theme on this channel is do it yourself, okay? Don't trust these bigger companies. Now, one thing that's super important is to understand how the shared leads and everything affects you guys, like indirectly as well, right? Because let's say, okay, well, I mean, it's free, right? It's free. You know, if I don't close it, it's not that big of a deal because it's free. And that's for the people on the free plans, of course. The paid plans, you guys should be more so interested in, are we even getting worth my investment from these people? Like, I'm sending Zillow $5K a month. Is what they're doing actually worth $5K a month? Or could I run Facebook ads for $5K a month and get a better quality lead? Which you 100% can. I just want to make that clear right now. But let's go to the agents on the free plan. Your mindset is basically, if I don't close it, it's not that big of a deal because I didn't pay for it, right? Which is, again, why that's why that's a very risky business model, because these companies understand if an agent doesn't pay for a lead, they actually don't care to close it, right? You made no investment and there's no risk on your hands. And so that's why you guys get no treatment, is because it's just the people that are looking for that type of offer typically are lazier. Time is our most valuable asset. You're wasting time working these leads that are being shared with multiple agents, following up with these leads, actually trying to connect with them. You're wasting time, which is way more important than money. I would risk thousands of dollars than hours of my time that I'm never going to get back, that is never going to get me anywhere, right? Time is your most valuable asset, and I would argue I'd rather waste money than time. Now, something that we are very passionate about here at Amass Estate is the fact that you are renting a system, you're never going to own it. So let's hypothetically say, for the 10% of agents out there that have an amazing experience with Zillow, they make a profit, things along those lines, that's amazing, but what happens when the time comes where you want to implement your own systems and you want to have higher profit margins and you want to run this thing like a real business or real operation? Well, if most of your business is coming from Zillow, you have no control over that. Zillow's not going to sit here and say, here's our system. You can just plug it into your business. Here it is. Here's the blueprint. You're renting a system that you'll never actually fully have access to. And so these companies are infamous for changing stuff. They are constantly changing stuff. And when that change comes, when your business is reliant on Zillow, Realtor.com, Homes.com, whatever lead source it may be, 72 sold, whatever it is, if your business is reliant on this avenue and they change something, your business is now going to be screwed over. So that's why it's super important to be doing your own stuff, generating your own business and your own avenues, your own ways, whether it be a cold calling team, whether it be mailers, whether it be a door knocking team, whether it be running your own social media ads, building a personal brand on social media. These are more so things that you can directly have more control over. And if something shuts down, like think about it, like a cold calling team, you would have to have I don't even know, you'd literally have to be able to stop making cold calls, which is so unrealistic. It's so much more realistic for Zillow to change something in their structure where you no longer are benefiting as much as you used to be, than to not be able to cold call or not to be able to send mailers or not to be able to run ads on social media. That stuff is always going to be more so the same and less riskier. And so to have that stuff under your ceiling indefinitely and be able to hire your own talent, you'd be able to train your own team. So Zillow's rep that's on the phone, well, if they don't ask the right questions, well, guess what? You have no control over that because it's their team member, not yours, right? And so what we've done for our agents is we've taught them and implemented for them how to generate their own lead sources so that they can get, one, the number of leads, whether you want 50 a month or 500 a month or 5,000 a month, you can control that. It's not, I hope Zillow sends me enough leads this month. You control it with your own lead generation source, and we teach our partners how to do that. Two is you get to generate the type of lead you want. Do you want to work with sellers? Do you want to work with buyers? And what type of buyer or seller do you want to work with, right? Like on the buyer side, do you want to work relocation? Do you want to work new construction, downsizers, VA loans? What do you want to work? With sellers, do you want to be working rundown properties, luxury properties, normal sellers, seller guide leads? What do you want to be working? You can actually generate the specific type of person as well. And we teach our partnering agents how to implement their own system so they get the volume that they want, they get the type of lead they want, and then they actually completely automate. I get so excited about this because we've been able to help so many agents with this. Automate the entire auto qualification process by either having an array of questions that this lead has to fill out beforehand before it's worth your time to actually reach out to them, or the best one is to have a virtual assistant call these people from the front end, have a 5 to 10 minute conversation with them, vet them on price point, time frame, location, not working with another agent in your market, time frame, pre-approval status or just financial status, ideal property type or what type of property do they have, getting all this info, and then at the end of the call being like, great, well, based on everything you told me, it looks like Mason is actually the expert in your market for what you're looking for specifically. You mind if I just check and see if he's in office real quick? He's a local agent and he's going to help you with next steps from here. We see our agents have a 50 to 75 phone call to booked consultation rate from those phone calls, opposed to cold calling cold leads and people that don't even want to speak to them, getting hung up on, not interested, I'm working with an agent, I'm a year out. That gets so draining. And that's why we're so passionate about helping agents implement their own systems. So that's another problem with these big companies. Now, I think that's basically going to be kind of everything A to Z. We ran over a bunch of stuff. We ran over, why it's important to have your own lead flow, your own qualification process, your own backup, nurture, follow-up processes. You can implement your own systems. You can generate your own leads. You can qualify your own leads the way that you want to qualify them. You can have your back-end systems automated, your follow-up, your nurture, the whole 9 yards. And ultimately, start building this stuff out for yourself, for your own business, so that you can finally take control of your business and start growing it, backed by data and actual applicable systems that it's not really a matter of, I hope it works, but just make it work. If you're interested in what that might look like, there's a link down in the description or somewhere on the channel where you can book a call with me or someone from my team. We'll give you a demonstration call. And as of right now, we're always changing stuff, but as of right now, we can get you in for the door for completely free, and we implement our system. We give it to you at the end of the day, so we solve a real long-lasting problem, and we are paid primarily on a performance basis on the back end. If you might be interested, link down below. If not, no worries. Please just keep enjoying the free videos, the free value, and I'll see you guys next week. Thanks.